Hello and welcome back to South Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big us everybody is tuned in nice and early. Big us everybody is watching on replay. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We are back again with another episode of Koora Pod, a Monday episode to just go over everything that happened. Obviously, Chelsea against Arsenal. Chelsea holding us to a draw. We're also going to be speaking about the weekend fixtures, and we're going to be speaking a little bit about City winning. To be honest, I put Liverpool win there. I don't know why I put Liverpool in. We're not going to speak about Liverpool. They are so irrelevant right now. They just got gassed after beating West Ham. Let's have a round of applause for Liverpool, who spent 500 million in the summer on top of a league winning squad. And then just beat West Ham as their first win. Alexander Isak just got his first goal in the season. Freaking disgrace. Anyway, we're going to speak about it and more. But make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Big up to Salim. Khoya, Kider Labes, Bekhair. Al-Muallim. Big up to you, my bro. Big up to you. But listen, man. Lads, we've had 24 hours to, de-stress, think about. I always like, the thing is, especially for me, T and Ash and Sammy, like, I don't know about you guys, yeah, but for me, like, in the moment, yeah, I'm so vexed. But then once it's cleared now, I don't listen. It is still a bad result against 10 men, but to the title race, I don't think it does anything. But it would have been a brilliant opportunity for us to go ahead. That is what we're going to speak about first. Obviously, the game at Stamford Bridge yesterday. We're going to be speaking about everything. The challenge on Caicedo, abundantly, there's Chelsea fans, just so many of them that are saying it's not a foul. What about this? They're putting out the Bentancur one saying, why was this a yellow card and that was a red card? Come on, guys. What are we doing here? They're both reds, if you want to say that. They're both reds, but we're going to speak about that. Also, the Chelsea game, man, it was a relatively poor performance. I think Chelsea outplayed us with 11 men and they outplayed us with 10 men. It's just that simple. What are you guys saying, man? How you lot feeling after 24 hours after the result?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling obviously still upset and annoyed about the draw, but
Are you a little bit more calm?
a lot more clear. Obviously, look, in the game, your emotions are gonna be.
Bro, yesterday, yeah, Ash was on smoke. But I was like, it's such bullshit.
Yeah. Look, obviously, in I'm always like that in the game. Emotions are high. I'm super pissed off, but I'm not. Even yesterday, I never thought this would derail us from the league, or would suddenly change us from being favorites. So, yeah, look, it was obviously a disappointing result in the context of the red card. If you asked me before the game, would I take a draw? I'd say yes. In fact, I predicted a draw as well, and I was okay with that. But I think in the context of the game, it definitely was a red card. I know you said some Chelsea fans are saying that Caicedo one is not a red card. To be fair, most of the Chelsea fans I've seen, if not all of them, on different channels have all agreed that it is a red card and it was reckless by Caicedo. So at first, I didn't think it was when I was watching it with UNT. And then when I saw the replay, I was like, yeah, that is reckless. It is above the ankle. It's definitely.
Are we going to speak about his record against big teams, bro? Because he's done this against Liverpool as well. I don't know if you remember the Curtis Jones. Was it the Curtis Jones one or was that Enzo Fernandez? Who nearly took out Curtis Jones' leg?
That was Spurs, no? Oh, wait. I can't remember.
Was it Spurs?
I can't remember. Actually, I can't remember, honestly. No, I don't know.
Regardless, Caicedo has done this a couple of times, man.
I think his emotions were quite high, obviously, at that moment, and I think he was too. Yeah, all of them were, but I don't think that was a good thing for them because it meant that they were not really composed when they could have been, especially when they were a better team in the first 20-30 minutes before the sending off. But in going back to the game, look, I was not that upset by the first 30 minutes, even when they were better than us. That's normal. It's their ground. They're obviously, I know we're the better team, but a game of that magnitude at their ground, I'd expect them to take charge in the beginning and for us to eventually get the game. That's completely normal. Um, Once they got the red card, though, I think our players and obviously the manager, by definition as well, just could not stay composed. The players, because they're the ones on the pitch, and we could see that there was not enough urgency, not enough risk taking. There was a lot of shaky moments, especially with the two centre backs that were like paired new. They've only played together once before, and that was against Brighton, where we conceded like 4 or 5 shots on target, and we were all like, "Shit, our shots on target record is gone." Um, and I think the manager as well messed up quite. Look, he's been amazing since Newcastle. I'll give him praise. He's been making the right decisions. I think his lineups have been good. His substitutions have been good. His game management has been good. The way we have been playing has been fantastic, and I've given him a lot of praise. I think yesterday he did kind of bottle it a little bit because the first half is not on him. The first half he put the correct team. Saliba getting a knock. It is what it is. There's nothing he can do there. I would have preferred if he started Ben White, a more experienced player, but it is what it is. I'm not going to fault him for playing Hincapié and Mosquera. That's okay. I think when he saw that these guys were on yellow cards and he saw that both Hincapié and Mosquera had shaky moments, I said this at halftime, so I'm not doing any revisionism now. You know that side. Like I would have brought on Ben White, right? I'd have kept Calafiori because the reality is Calafiori is the more experienced defender of all these four. I think he was, even though he also was on yellow, but I think he's the one probably who was gonna stay more composed because of the experience he has, because of the fact that he's been for our team. He's a senior player because he's been playing for quite some time. He's been a starter all season. I think it was a mistake to take him off and bring on Skelly, and then keep the two young centre backs who haven't played together before, who are both new to the team, who are both on a yellow card, to keep them on the pitch. For me, that felt a bit weird. I think that was the wrong call. Skelly did not even end up repaying the manager's trust in him because he got a yellow card 7 minutes in, and now all of a sudden we were back in the same position as we were with Calafiori when he ended the first half. And people will say, "Oh, Skelly's better on the ball." I disagree. I actually think Calafiori is better on the ball than Skelly because yes, Skelly makes those runs through the middle, which look amazing. But I think Calafiori's decision making on the ball is better than Skelly's. His passing, the way he crosses, the runs he sometimes makes. I think a lot of these are a lot better. So for me, I think that was the wrong call. I think that was the first wrong mistake. And I'll just end it with this. I think even the Madueke substitution on the left wing was a horrendous call, and we basically destroyed our left wing there.
I think what he should have done for me is, I do agree that some of the substitutions were poor. Listen, I think at the end of the day, a draw is still a good result for us, regardless on whether they've got 10 men or not. At the end of the day, I'm always, if I'm traveling to a team, I'm taking a draw. Of course, I prefer a win, but they played very well. We played very shit. So at this point, I'm taking a draw and running. Do you know what I mean? Because I just need points. I just need points right now. A draw at their ground. Chelsea and Man City still have to play each other, so that plays perfectly. They have to play each other twice, so that plays perfectly into our league campaign. That's not in jeopardy. But the reality is, I think yesterday we did see that no matter how much depth we've got, there is a limit. There's a limit to how much depth we can use before it starts to get okay. These men are actually inexperienced. These men can't handle that level. Do you know what I mean? So, for me, I think another thing that we missed from Calafiori is definitely his confidence in shooting as well. Like whenever he gets in good positions, like he's just so confident to say, you know what, let me just have a shot, and he'll get it on target. Like he's a very good player, and I do think it was a definite mistake to take him off for Marzouis Skelly, and we're left in the same position where we got Marzouis Skelly on a yellow card now. And if I'm picking yellow Skelly on a yellow card or Lewis or Calafiori on a yellow card, I'm picking Calafiori any day of the week.
Correct.
He is more. Oh, even though he's only 22, Calafiori, or 23 or something like that, which is relatively young, but he's confident and he's got experience though. So especially this season as well, he's been playing out of his skin. But listen, Am I angry? Yes, but do I understand that it's still a point gained for us, because the fact that they were playing so well, the fact that if they still had 11 men, we would have lost that game. The way it was
Maybe.
going,
I disagree
we
with
would.
that. Maybe, but I disagree.
No, because Ash, you could see the confidence that they had, and we looked so timid. The players that
Yeah, but you have to look at it the other
they,
way too. If they had, you have to look at it the other way too. If they had 11 men, they might have attacked more and left more spaces at the back for us to exploit. That game works both ways. It doesn't just work one way. Yeah, if they could have attacked more, which is true, but they also could have been exposed a bit more at the back. So I wouldn't necessarily, bro. We got only like one or maybe two corners in the second half. We would have had a lot more corners from counterattacks if they opened up the pitch a little more. I don't blame them. I think they did the right thing. But it's so easy to say if they had 11, they would have definitely won. I don't think football works that
well,
way. We've seen it
okay,
time and time
so
again.
there's a possibility that they would have won. In my
Yeah, of
opinion,
course, of
a
course.
possibility, a higher possibility. I don't think you can say 100% they would have won, because anything can happen.
Yeah.
But there's a higher possibility that they would have won, just because of the confidence that they had on the pitch. But regardless, just to wrap my bit off, brilliant goal from Marino, but I don't think his performance was good. I think the only people that can hold their head, leave there with their head held high, is Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka.
Timber.
I still think Timber, he was a bit chaotic in this game. I don't. He wasn't like his play style is normally chaotic, but it looked different. It looked like he didn't really have control. Where normally when he's chaotic, he always looks like he's in control. No matter what's happening, he's played abundance of top talent and top teams, and he always looks like he's controlled. Yesterday, he just didn't look like he was in control. Do you know what I mean? It just looked like he was, rushing a bit and rushing into everything, and that's not normally the Timber.
On the
It,
ball, maybe. Yeah. Off the ball, I thought he was
but
fantastic. But on the
it's
ball, okay, I hear you.
but that's the important thing, is on the ball. That's why I need
Mhm.
him, because I rely on his on the ball ability to be able to retain the ball when he's got two men around him, and then to lay it off to somebody. I love that about Timber. That's one of the key things about him. But regardless, I think a lot of the team did play relatively lower level. I don't want to say shit or crap, but they did play much lower than what they normally do. And
Yeah.
listen, man, we can't do that. We cannot do that. Mikel Arteta has to have a word with the players and say that shit ain't good enough. If you're gonna come out there and do performances like that, you don't deserve to win the league. That's not a league winning performance right there. So listen, I'll be real. A point game for me, because they were playing much better than us, and we walk out of there with a point, but we should have gone for the free. Go on, Sammy, bro.
Um, Look, I don't think a point is a good result. Maybe even before the game started, I wouldn't say a point is a good result. I'm sorry, I don't agree on that part. However, Chelsea were the better side, at least up to the moment where Caicedo got the red card. And when he got the red card, I thought, okay, we're gonna do something in the second half. And what happens is they score. Somehow they score from a set piece, and we were now chasing the game, and we got a goal again, but yet the attack was not enough. Few points I want to mention. Whoever is saying Cucurella will pocket Saka, I see that a lot in the Chelsea fan base. Sit on the floor. That's never going to happen. Cucurella just got cooked by Saka. Few things also from the other side of Arsenal. Noni Madueke on the left wing is just not working. I don't know what the hell Arteta is expecting from the guy playing with the left-footed on the left wing, and he's not really that great of a player anyway. It's not working. It's not working. The guy is offering absolutely nothing, and we've seen both Saka and Madueke go to the right side. The left side was completely empty. So we lack the creativity from the left side. Martinelli, yeah, he didn't really look that well, but still, you had Gabriel Jesus on the bench. I would have rather played Gabriel Jesus. I know that he's not match fit, but for me, if he's in the bench, then he's match fit. He could play. He could offer you something from the bench. The substitution of Gyökeres, it was quite late for me. I wouldn't argue about Skelly and Calafiori because I think both players offer almost the same level when it comes to the attack. Obviously, Calafiori is better defensively, no doubt about that. But going forward, I think both have different profile and both can offer something to Arsenal going forward. Eze and Zubamendi, stinkers. Yet, I wouldn't have subbed Eze. Just for the reason because I think Eze has that kind of brilliant moments that he can create, a chance out of nothing, half chances, a volley here and there. I think we could have gotten something with Eze instead of playing Mikel Merino in the central midfield. Also, Saliba not being in the squad, it was a shock, at least for me. I didn't know until the lineup was out, where I shared with you guys in the group chat.
No, but nobody knew. Nobody knew something.
No, nobody knew. No, for me, I didn't know that. I mean, maybe there was news or something. I did not know. I did not know about it.
Even some of the journalists, ITK didn't know.
But it shows the levels of the importance of having Saliba or Gabriel with Mosquera or Hincapié. Because we lost Declan Rice. And by what we lost Declan Rice, I mean we lost him in terms of going forward because Rice had to defend. Most of the time, you would see him in that central back area because I think it was a clear instruction from Arteta to stay back because we're lacking defensively. They could have exposed us. I mean, you guys rate Mosquera and Hincapié, but still, they are fresh in the team. And you cannot just sub two of the most informed defenders in the whole world with players and expect the same level. It just doesn't work like that. And in some instances, I felt that we're the team who are 10 men. Even with 10 men Chelsea, I felt like sometimes we are playing with 10 men. I don't know why. And I would give credit for Reece James, to be honest. I think he is the man of the match for me. I mean, he played outstandingly. The guy was just running and defending, tackling, intercept. Everything Reece James offered for Chelsea in that. He was just phenomenal that game. And last thing I want to end with is Mikel fucking Merino. What a bozo. Barring the goal, he offered absolutely nothing. Every time he goes deep, he tries to carry the ball from the midfield to create, to do something. He lost the ball 3 to 4 times easily back to Chelsea. And for me, that is unacceptable. Unacceptable because not only that you're giving the ball easily back to Chelsea, nobody's up front. I mean, Eze is not going to play a striker. Saka is in the right wing. Martinelli is running like a headless chicken in some instances. So there's nobody up front. So for me, Arteta is to blame here because I think you should have done your subs a bit earlier. Gyökeres, beginning of the second half, you should have played Gyökeres. Sub Merino. Why the hell Merino is there? And lastly, one more thing is the yellow cards. Anthony Taylor was given vouchers that day. There we go. Christmas vouchers. Black Fridays. Yellow card, yellow card, yellow card, yellow card, 6 yellow cards. What is impacting us, it hinders the players from, and make them play a little bit cautiously. So that kind of puts them on breaks in some instances and some points of the game. But the player that we should be worried about is Calafiori because he's on 4 yellow cards. So the 5th one, that means he will be suspended for 1 game. So I think Skelly should start against Brentford. So we can have against Calafiori against Aston Villa. And I think he should purposely get a yellow card because the next one will be Wolves. So that he can miss Wolves. I mean, come on, it's Wolves. We will not need Calafiori. That is it from my side. And it's unacceptable, to be honest. It's the worst Arsenal game I've watched so far this season. Even the loss against Liverpool, I thought we were better.
Yeah. No, definitely, Sammy. Listen, I think we need... Go on, Ash, before I move on, because I want to move...
I was just going to say, I think the draw... I think the draw is only bad yesterday in the context of the game. I think if we go on to beat Brentford and Villa, that draw does not look bad anymore. It looks like, okay, we went away from home against one of our title rivals and got a point. We would have to look at it that way then. The reason why I think a lot of Arsenal fans were panicking about yesterday's draw was also because of the performance. If the performance was bad, some Arsenal fans might start thinking, is this going to be the start of us having 3-4 bad performances in a row? If that's the case, then yes, the Chelsea draw means a lot more than just 2 drop points. But if, we bounce back against Brentford, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be slapping them up. They've won 1 game away from home this season and lost every other game in the Premier League, at least. Then there's no reason why we shouldn't. Like, we should hopefully bounce back. I do hear what Sami's saying about Calafiori. I don't like, the thing is, depends on Saliba and others if they're back. If Saliba isn't back, I wouldn't risk it because I wouldn't want to start Skelly plus Hincapie and Mosquera. I think that's too much of a disaster, even against a team like Brentford. But if Saliba's back, I would maybe risk that. I don't know. I would maybe play Skelly then in that game. But yeah, look, it's a bad result again in the context, but I think overall, hopefully in a couple of weeks, we will look back at it and say, you know what, we came back from the international break, smashed Spurs, smashed Bayern, got a point away against Chelsea, and we continue staying on top. So hopefully it pays off.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let me go to some of these comments before we let me just go to AMT saying this season AFC plays much better in the second half with 11.
I mean, it was we haven't had. What do you mean with 11? We haven't had any red cards.
I'm assuming with 11 men. I'm assuming. But the thing is,
better in the second. Yeah, we have been much better in the second half.
With this game, AMT though, what I'll say is it's very particular because he had decisions to make on who to substitute, and he made the wrong decision. That Calafiori one was really the wrong decision. Because Calafiori wasn't even getting put under pressure. He handled every single test. Even Ash was laughing at me when I was saying, welcome to the Calafiori penitentiary. Because every single test that came across him, he was handling. He got 1 yellow card, but that was from a stupid thing that he did on the other side, not even on his side. And after that, he was cautious and keeping his distance, but also maintaining that defensive stability. So it wasn't even like Calafiori was the worry. The worry for me was Hincapie, who was just throwing himself into tackles and doing weird stuff. Do you know what I mean? So listen, the manager definitely had some decisions to make, which he didn't make.
But stop making sense saying that it could be an injury, according to some.
No. He's saying according to someone I saw on Twitter. That's absolute BS. That someone is someone probably just trying to come out and defend the manager, which I don't get. Like, nobody's criticizing the manager and saying he's shit. Like, he just made a mistake. That's it. And by the way, sorry, this is something also like I briefly touched on, and Sami obviously went a bit more in depth. I've said this before. I know I sound like a broken record, and I went and said this yesterday on Catch's channel as well. And people are looking at me like, "Oh, that was not really that big of an issue." Madueke playing on the left is a disaster, and I don't even blame Madueke for it. This is where I blame the manager too. You cannot be putting someone like that on the left wing when he's got his best ability is cutting into his stronger foot. It's the exact same thing like when Martinelli's played on the right. To be honest, Martinelli on the left also was quite useless yesterday. Was one of the worst players on the pitch. But Martinelli on the right is 10 times worse. We need to stop doing this garbage of taking a left-footed winger and playing him on the left, or right-footed winger and playing him on the right. It's freaking annoying. The only good thing he did all game was when he finally took on, I think, Pedro Neto, and he put in a cross. That's it. Every other time he got the ball on the left side, pass back, pass back, pass back, pass back. It makes no sense. And I said this in the game, and stop making sense of saying it too. And I said this yesterday in the watch along. If you're going to play Madueke, then might as well swap him and Saka. Because at least Saka on the left can still take on his man. He's not afraid of going on the right side or on the left side.
And shoot.
You're putting someone on the left wing. You've basically killed our left wing. You've basically said, hey, you, come on the left wing. Your only job this game is to defend and help us keep the ball and pass it back. That's it. What is the point? What is the point? You could have moved Eze to the left and played Odegaard in the middle. Yes. That would have worked really, really well. And then bring in Gyökeres later up front. It's just disgusting, man. The annoying part about that is he's gonna do it again and again and again because for whatever reason, he seems to think Madueke could work on the left. I don't know where he's got that idea. Even at Chelsea, nobody used to praise him for him playing on the left wing. I've no idea. Like honestly, sometimes he makes these stubborn mistakes that just piss you off, and he sticks by them for whatever reason. He had to let go of the Havertz in the 8 experiment after like 6-7 months of failure, and he's like, "Yeah, shit, this is definitely not working," and I'm starting to lose the grip on the league. It's so pissing off, man.
So who's the worst player in your opinion, guys? This game.
I'd say Martinelli because he played on his favorite left wing and he was still garbage. I'm not going to blame Madueke for being shit on the left. That's not his fault. He should be played on the right. I think the centre backs were a bit shaky, but they picked it up. I think it's between Martinelli and Essa for me. One of these two.
No, but I think either Mosquera or Nkapia has to be, because that's the one.
Yeah,
thing
but they at least had good defensive moments too, Saad. These guys, Eze and Martinelli, did nothing all game. Okay, Martinelli had that one link-up play with Rice and he shot the ball fair.
Even Zubimendi.
Zubimendi was okay. I don't think Zubimendi's yellow card was a yellow card. I think that was a disastrous call by Anthony Taylor. I don't think it was yellow at all. I also don't think Nkapia's elbow was a yellow. He didn't even look at Chalobah. He jumped up to try and get the ball. Every defender who jumps to get the ball jumps like this with your arms. He didn't even look at Chalobah. I don't know why. He booked him just out of peer pressure. Yeah, he just booked him out of peer pressure. But the Zubimendi one was a freaking horrendous one. It was his first foul. It was not even that cynical or that bad where he like dragged him down with his jersey or something like that. It was just he was card happy at the time. It was definitely not a yellow card in my opinion.
I'll probably go with Mikel Merino for me.
Yeah, I mean he scored a goal.
He scored a goal, bro, but the amount that he was doing what Kane done against us for Bayern Munich, bro. Just not.
But you see, this is where your bias shows, Saad, honestly.
It's not though.
It is, because you're picking him over Eze when Eze did nothing all game, defensively or offensively. Not one moment, not one pass, not one shot, not one decent dribble, nothing all game. At least Moreno had one moment. And he had that other shot later which Sanchez saved. Eze did nothing until he came off. Like zero, zilch. I can't even remember one good moment where I was like, oh shit, that was decent by Eze. Nothing. And Martinelli, same thing. We've been harping about Martinelli coming off the bench and scoring. He deserves to start as a reward. He started as a reward, and look, he freaking flopped on the left. We can't pick Moreno over these two.
We need Trossard back.
For me, Moreno, bro. Moreno, even though he scored, man, he was horrendous.
It makes sense now. Now I'm thinking about it. I actually can't think of one thing that I was just trying to think of one thing that he done, but he didn't do anything.
Nothing, guys.
He offered nothing, but I think, if we kept him on the pitch, I think he would have created something. At least one chance or a goal or something. I know he was horrendous. I'm not.
Yeah, but you can. But Sami, I hear you. I hear you, Sami.
I agree with you. He was bad. He was absolutely shit.
Yeah, but you can say if he stayed on the pitch, he would have created something, and because of that, he's not worse than Moreno. If you judge him by the 60 minutes he played, what did he do? Nothing. If you judge Moreno by the 60, 70 minutes he's played, scored a goal and had a shot on target. Or 90. Actually, he played 90 minutes. Sorry. Scored a goal, had a shot on target. Eze did nothing in those 60 minutes. And we say, okay, he could have created something. But, bruh, he's been playing his favorite position. He's been in form against Bayern and against Spurs. This is one of the biggest games. The main guy who was mocking you in the first 20, 30 minutes, Caicedo, went off with a red card. So now the main guy who's been stopping you all game has gone.
Reece.
Yeah, but Reece should not be the reason why you can't perform.
Yeah, bro, I know, but Reece stepped up big time.
He played against Reece in Crystal Palace, the first game of the season, if you guys remember, when Chelsea drew 0-0. He nutmegged the hell out of Reece James, and Reece James got a yellow card for fouling him. He destroyed Reece James in that moment. And he scored a free kick, which some people say should have counted, but then referee obviously counted it off. I don't know.
But yeah, this is the thing, this is the pickle right here, Ash, is that we are debating who's gonna be worse, and that's the bad part. Sometimes you would see a player say, okay, the worst player was X, but now we are now discussing, is it gonna be? Oh, I think Eze. No, I think Zumendi. I think Madueke. I think Marino. It shows that overall the performance was utter shit.
Yeah, it was.
It was utter shit, and that's the problem for me, and that's why I'm frustrated. And it is. It's the worst game that I watched Arsenal so far. Like I said, I think even against Liverpool when we lost, we still played better than this performance.
Better
I know the
this.
results.
Better than this for sure.
No, not the results, of course, but I'm saying in the game. I mean, itself, the way we played, the way we are structured, the tactics, and everything. It's just I cannot watch this man again. I mean, Arteta needs to fix up. He genuinely needs to fix up, because for you guys in hindsight, you would say, okay, this is 1 point, and if we look at it after Villa, Brentford, and if we win, we're gonna say, okay, it wasn't a bad result. But for me, it is. You know why? Because if we would have won, we would have been 9 points away from Chelsea. So we were gonna put their chances of competing to bed, and also we're gonna keep the buffer between us and City. So these kind of games, which we oversee it sometimes, and we think, okay, it's a good result in the long term, but at this moment in time, it's absolutely bad. I mean, we could miss on the trophy. I mean, the Premier League at the end of the season for a couple of points, and those are the points that we could have gotten from these games that you should be winning against 10-man Chelsea, regardless.
Yeah. No, definitely. Big up to MT, who says surprise injuries to William Saliba and Leandro Trossard killed us, basically. I mean, the
Trossard one we knew about it, but Saliba.
The players that were there, I think the William Saliba one definitely did kill us a little bit, because it must have. I don't know whether the players knew. The players must have known. And they must have gone home, thought about it overnight, and brother,
Hincapié and Mosquera must have been mentally preparing for the previous night.
But but that first 20 minutes from them, they didn't look like they were prepared for it.
Correct. Yeah.
It looked like they thought about it too much, thinking, "Oh my god, this is a massive game. Oh my god, do you know what I mean?" It's not like there wasn't that cool, calm, and collected like you get with a Saliba or Gabriel, which of course it wouldn't be, but. Regardless,
by the way, let me add this as well. I am sick and tired of these damn injuries, man. Like, I get we have the best squad in the league, doesn't mean it needs to be tested to the limit every week. Every week we have to see how good is our squad depth. Every damn week. What the hell is, like, honestly, I said this before and I'm saying it again. Like, I think, unfortunately, by design, we need to have the deepest squad in the league, because I don't know if there's a stat show. Do our players sprint the most in games? Do they track the most distance? Do we have the most intense training? Or are we just so unlucky that all of our starters get these kind of knocks and muscle injuries here and there? Contact is one thing. If you get an injury from a contact, it is what it is. You can't avoid it. But getting these repeated muscle injuries and knocks and God knows what from training and from sprinting too much on hamstrings and all that kind of stuff, I need to understand what the hell is going on.
Yes,
what the hell is going on? Sorry?
It's a trend. I mean, it's a trend, and
exactly. And if that's the case, then someone needs to investigate what the hell is going on. Do we need a new medical team? Do we need a new training regime? Do we need like to freaking fix the diet of our players? What the hell is going on? Like, why do our players? Injuries happen. I'm never going to dispute that. Especially like injuries from contacts and stuff. That's fine. Injury from training, an injury from like hamstring after hamstring after hamstring.
Nah, but here's the thing. But the thing is, Ash, yeah, what you have to look at is like some of these players that are getting these hamstring injuries and these little knocks and stuff is players that have like happened to Saka, a player who played season after season after season, every single game. Happened to Gabriel season after season after season, every single game just playing. Happened to Saliba season after season after season where he gets
But
knocked.
Sad, this is off the pitch.
He's playing over the but he's
this is
I disagree. You know why?
If you play all of these games, eventually you're gonna get some sort of injury. Your body's just gonna give up and be like, "Yo,
yeah, I'm sorry, but then how come that doesn't happen to
your
Van
body's
Dijk and
gonna
Salah?
give up. You're gonna give up. What you like 50 years old? What you mean, man?
No, but
exactly.
Your
These are
body
high
is
prime
gonna get
athletes,
fatigued,
man.
bro. This is why we have a squad now. This is why we have.
So why doesn't it happen to? Why doesn't it happen to Van Dijk?
Answer that. Answer
why
that.
doesn't it? How come Van Dijk and Salah stay very fit and manage to play every single game? Liverpool fans were telling us last season that they changed their training and they changed their medical team or whatever it is, and they managed to keep their players fit.
These men get changed about.
No, he doesn't.
Look what happened.
Van Dijk doesn't get taken out. What are you on about?
Look what happened with Rodri after and this Rodri injury that happened is because he played every single game. I played every single game.
Bro, that's BS. Rodri happened in the game against Partey when they had contact. That's not the same.
Yes.
Contact injuries, I understand.
It was.
Go check it out. He had contact with Partey. It was, and he twisted his ankle, his knee. Then that's not the same as even Gabriel Jesus happened during the game. I get that. I'm talking about players who got injured. But the players who get injured in training, like Saliba, like freaking Havertz, Martinelli, all these guys who get these weird contact. Even Gabriel Magalhaes, I can understand because it happened during the Brazil match. Fair enough, that's groin. But we get a lot of these knocks in training and shit, man. Like, how the hell does that happen? As Giovanni was saying, Van Dijk doesn't get subbed at all.
That also plays a part though. They don't run and press as much. Yes, maybe we do a lot of pressing and we do a lot of running around. Yes, but even then, listen. For me personally, I just think it's definitely a factor. It's a factor that you lot are just looking over clearly, because it's not about being 50 years old, or it's not about like they're picking up knocks in training or this or that. But if you're playing consistently 2-3 seasons in a row, you're playing every single game, bro. It takes a toll in your body, and on top of that,
the manager needs and Arteta needs to start planning better.
Yes, that's fine. That's why I blame the manager. I think the manager's playing them in too many games. This is why they've gone out this summer and they've gotten the right players to come in. So these
we
players
complained about this, Ash, and I said Arteta's running his players to the ground. We said about that a couple of, if you remember the last time.
I do.
They've got. This is what I'm saying though. They've brought in the players now, and they brought in the depth in order for us to be able to bench some of them. So Saliba, we don't need you today because Gabriel and Mosquera are gonna handle it for the day.
But yet the issue still resides. That's the problem.
Yeah, Saliba has been rested some games this season. Saliba got injured against Liverpool, missed 3 games, came back and was still benched against Newcastle. Right?
Yeah,
started against Man City, and then got taken off at halftime, and Mosquera came on. Like, you can say all that, but Saliba was rested this season.
But you're gonna get knocks, bro. You're gonna get knocks, and that's just what it falls.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, maybe it's just me in the emotion right now, but it is frustrating when 2 players come back, 2 are out. 2 players, like literally, we just got back Gyökeres and Odegaard and all, and then Trossard and Saliba get injured. Like, it is frustrating. If it's not on the way we train and the way we play, fair enough, then the manager needs to figure out, how do I keep my players fit somehow? Do we need to maybe do a bit less intense training, especially when we've had repeated training injuries in the last year and a half? It's not like it's once or twice. Then it's not even a discussion to have then. The fact that it's happened 4 or 5 times in the last year and a half is a bit concerning in my opinion. So we need to figure out, how do we bubble wrap these players so that if they get injured during the games, it is what it is. We move on. But if they get injured in training, then maybe we need to figure out how to have less intense trainings and just make sure the players are staying fit and in shape.
Yeah, man. Listen.
How many players had surgeries with Arteta? Quite a lot, by the way. Quite a lot.
Yeah. Sir, how many players had surgeries?
Stop making. Many. There's Saka, Jesus had it. Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, Thomas Partey. I don't know if he had a
surgery. Gabriel Jesus, Thomas Partey did have
Tomiyasu when he was here.
Surgery. That's 6. Yeah.
I don't
The
know. I
thing
can't
is,
remember, but there definitely were
the
others.
update. Oh yeah, Jesus had 3, bro. Has he had 3 injury? He had 3. Havertz has had
I know
1.
Jesus had 2. If he had 3, then I don't know. I know definitely he had 2.
Havertz
I don't
has
know
had
about the
1
third
as
one.
well. Just
Havertz,
now,
yes, Havertz had
he just
1.
had his. He
Correct.
just had his. Listen, I don't. You know what? I just think
Arsenal mid-care.
there's a madness. There's a madness in it. I don't know. There's multiple factors that you can account into it. Do you know what I mean? What did Sammy say?
He said
Scabs
Arsenal Medcare.
Like, you're too funny, bro. But yeah. Anyway, listen. City won, but it doesn't really change anything to us. It doesn't really change anything for us in regards to the title race. They've got a very difficult game. They got away to Fulham. Fulham away is not an easy game, especially with the form that they're in. I mean,
Yeah,
guys,
they probably don't win that game.
Listen, the scoreline says win for Manchester City, yeah, but we need to speak about that game real quick. Because, bro, that was embarrassing. That could have been embarrassing for Manchester City, bro.
I didn't watch the game, but apparently Leeds almost equalized again when Foden scored.
And on top of that, they looked the first goal for Dominic Calvert-Lewin was a disgrace. It was embarrassing. Nunes, I think they kicked it between
2 mistakes.
Yeah, and
2 mistakes. He passed it wrong, and then when he was doing. And the first touch was just horrible, where Calvert-Lewin just got it and scored the goal. But the thing about City is they dominated the game at the first half, and they could have gone like 3-4-0 up, but they were not clinical. They should have killed the game right there. I mean, you're in your gaff, and you're playing Leeds. With all the respect to Leeds, you're supposed to win with a big score. But that mistake from Nunes just allowed them to get back into the game, and then the penalty happened. Even though he didn't score from the get-go, but he managed to get it in anyways. But still, City continued to dominate. I mean, for me, I think the City game, yes, it's embarrassing. I wouldn't say embarrassing, because at the end of the day, they won. They got the 3 points and they move on. But overall, I think we're looking at just being more clinical, and that's it. I mean, Haaland didn't score. Reinders had 2 incredible shots, but he couldn't score. Foden had a very, very good game. He was really sharp. Couple of attempts, 2 goals. For me, man of the match, easy. Overall, I wouldn't be so worried. Yes, the comeback from Leeds is worrying, but nah. At the end, if you guys watched the game, it was a complete domination from City, and even the stats says it. I mean,
but it's Leeds. I would expect them to slap Leeds 5 or 6.
Yes, well, that's what I'm saying. They were supposed to be 4 or 5-0 up. That's what I said. But unfortunately, they were not clinical. And if you don't score, you concede. That's the rule of thumb of football.
And that's why I don't see them finishing above us at all this season. I've said it from the summer. It's not even something I'm saying now. I thought Liverpool are going to win the league, to be honest, in the summer. And I thought definitely no matter what happens, City will not finish above us, because quality-wise and consistency-wise, they're just not there. They still have a lot of improvements to do in some places. Even attacking-wise, if Haaland doesn't score, they do seem to struggle sometimes. I know they obviously got the win against Leeds, which is fair, but you could argue if Haaland scored earlier, got his 1 or 2 traditional goals, probably the game would have been dead and buried earlier on. They've got 7 points this season, by the way, guys, away from home. 7. They've lost to Villa, lost to Newcastle, lost to Brighton. Obviously drew with us, which might be a good point for them, but I mean, we all saw what happened that game. I don't think this is the City team that people have to sit and hype and say, oh my God, in a title race, Pep Guardiola is a demon. Look, he's the greatest manager of all time for me, but he needs the players to work, and he doesn't have those players right now. I think players like Shirky, Reinders, and all will need time to adjust and adapt and play to that level. Foden, I think,
Ash, what I'm worried about, Ash? You know what I'm worried about? I mean, I know that you're saying that Pep is he needs his players and all that, but what really worries me is we know that City always buy players in January. Almost every January they buy players, and they drop like 200 mil or something like that. So if they keep the gap 5 points, okay, let's just assume that we all win the games from here until January. Just an assumption here, a scenario. I'm concerned that City will, get some good players, and then what Pep will do with good players, and they're just gonna manage to catch up. Yes, you're right. They don't have KDB, they don't have Gundogan, they don't have all of these players, but they can easily sign players, and I think it would be concerning not having that kind of a gap between us in terms of points and point tally, just to have that buffer. You don't think they will sign players?
I need to. There's a couple of things that I need to. Firstly, I don't think it's that easy because they still went into the summer. In the summer, do you know how much they spent? They spent like 400 mil. 400 mil.
They reached 400?
Yeah, it was close to that, bro. It was close to that. Go check it. They bought in Turkey. They bought in
Reinders.
Something mad. Reinders they bought in. They bought in I forgot who the other guys were, but they brought in a load of talent.
So Donnarumma. Okay, so Reinders was 54 or 55 million euros. Ait Nouri was 37, so that makes it 80 something. Shirky for 36. So let's say that's around
I'm looking at it now. So it's 54 and 36, which is 90. And then another 36,
it's barely 200.
126. Yeah, that's true. He's right, actually. 100 and then
200, and they spent 200 in January. That's what I'm saying. They split the budget. It's not like what Liverpool did.
You think they're gonna go crazy and spend something mad in January?
No, at least 200 mil.
Yeah, I think combined with January they spent around 400, not only in the summer. But
yes,
I don't think they'll go that mental, in my opinion, this Jan. Even if they do, man, like these players we've seen with City, they take time to adjust and adapt.
Yeah.
Like the players they got last Jan, Nico Gonzalez and Omar Marmoush did not kill it immediately. They took time to adjust. Nico Gonzalez was considered a flop.
They didn't even adjust yet. Marmoush didn't adjust yet.
Yeah, Marmoush didn't adjust yet, exactly.
The second thing that I wanted to say, by the way, is Sammy is a fraud, because he completely lied to us. I knew he lied, but because my eye test doesn't lie to me. Yeah, my eye test tells me the truth. That second half was not that Man City game was not close, especially in the second half. This was the stats from the second half. Yeah, look at the stats from the second half. Look at the difference between the two teams. Look at Leeds United. Look at the 3 big chances created from freaking Leeds. Bro.
That is bad.
They cooked them in that second half. City were holding.
Obviously, listen. They scored 2 goals in the second half, so obviously the momentum was towards Leeds.
That's what we're saying. We're saying
that's how they scored 2 goals. That's why their XG is higher.
Yeah, but that's not okay, right? That means City did not play well. That means City were garbage.
For them to let teams in and let the momentum switch, City never used to do that. That's the difference.
That's what I said, Sad. I said if you don't score, you're gonna concede, right? And that's what happened. Leeds got the goal.
They conceded, Sami. If Leeds had 1 or 2 opportunities and scored, that's fine. But it's not like they did not concede or they conceded because they missed opportunities. They got dominated by Leeds based on the stats. They got dominated by Leeds. If Leeds are having triple your or quadruple your XG and 3 big chances to your 1 big chance and more shots on target in the second half, that means Leeds were all over them in the second half. And that's something that would never happen to Arsenal. It would not happen to prime Liverpool. Obviously, it'll definitely happen to this Liverpool. Probably will not even happen to this Chelsea now. And that for me is a clear sign of cracks in the City team. And look, this is why I've stuck with my opinion. Like when they played against Liverpool, and I said, I think City are more inconsistent. I think Liverpool's problems are different. Will take longer to resolve if the manager just fix it. Will take a shorter period to fix if the manager gets sacked or whatever. But City's problems are way deeper, man. Way deeper. And look at some of their fixtures, by the way. So they've got Fulham away, which I know someone in the comments mentioned they've won against Fulham 18 times in a row. But it was the same thing against Eddie Howe, and guess what? They lost.
Yeah. It was the same thing against Newcastle. They were like, do you know how many? When's the last time Newcastle beat Man City at the St. James's Park?
So they've got Fulham away, then they've got Sunderland at home, which is not easy.
Which is not
right?
game.
I think they'll win, but it's not easy though. Then they've got. I'm not going to count Madrid away because the Champions League. So
No, but that still plays a factor because they've got to go away.
Yeah. Correct.
And then go away again.
Especially since they lost to Leverkusen, because now they cannot afford to get out of the top 8. Then they've got Palace away. I know they lost to United yesterday. I don't see them winning that game though. Then they've got West Ham at home, easy win. Forest away could be tricky. I don't know. Sunderland away, very, very tricky. Then they've got Chelsea at home, right? By the time the January transfer window starts.
That is a very techy game.
Very difficult, bro. That's not easy at all. These men
play each other twice. I'm telling you, there's points to be lost for both of them. For Man City and for Chelsea.
By the way, it doesn't get easier after that either. So they play Brighton at home, which is easy. They play United away. Probably they don't win that. Then they play Wolves at home, easy win. Then Spurs away, and then Liverpool away, back to back. Like, and this is all up until and then Fulham at home. This is all up until 7th Feb. So by 7th Feb, there's a very realistic scenario. If we do our job, there's a very realistic scenario that we could be like run away from them, like by maybe 10 plus points. Now, obviously, what Chelsea and Liverpool will do is a different conversation. But
no, I think Liverpool are fully out of it. There's no way on God's green they ever get back into this.
I don't think they come back either. But I still
Chelsea. Let's quickly look at Chelsea's run now. Let me just bring up Chelsea's run because that's also an interesting one. So if you go into Chelsea's run, they've got Leeds next away. Which, by the way, I didn't even realize this year. Bro, Caicedo is missing for the next 3 games for these man.
Yeah.
Because it just clocked this morning because I was speaking to my boy and it was like, oh my God, it's violent conduct that he got sent off for. So he's out for 3 games. Mm-hmm. So he's going to miss Leeds. He's going to miss Bournemouth away, which is not an easy game. And he's going to miss Everton at home.
Which they'll probably win.
That's their free game.
Yeah, and then after that...
That's game.
No, Bournemouth away, I don't think they will. But I think Everton at home will be difficult.
Then they've got Newcastle away,
which is hard. And they've got Villa at home, should win. Bournemouth at home should win. Then City away, so one of them will definitely drop points. Fulham away, which could be difficult. They struggled against Fulham this season in the Premier League, and a lot of people are saying Fulham were robbed because Fulham scored a legit goal when the score is 0-0, and obviously it got disallowed.
Fulham is a difficult
Crystal Palace away.
Going to Craven Cottage as well. Going to Craven Cottage is disgusting for these man, bro, because it's like a proper derby. And Fulham get up for it every time. Every time they get up for it, especially against Chelsea, because the fans hate them. Do you know what I mean? So it's a proper derby, especially with them, with Brentford. Fulham get up for those games.
They just won against Spursy.
Huh?
I'm saying they just won against Spursy.
Yeah.
Away from home as well. Honestly, that Tottenham team is so garbage.
That second goal,
it's so nice. It's so
second
nice.
Goal. Listen, Sam. You know, sorry, Ash, to cut you off. The second goal. You know, I genuinely thought, like, every time I see a Spurs fan and YouTube, you know, and they're like, Vicario, you absolute dumbhead, shit, mother, you know, and they're swearing at Vicario, and I don't see what they're seeing. You know, I'm like, man, it's not his fault. You know, it's the defense's fault. And then when I saw that. Vicario, it's worse than what you call it, the Neuer bozo moment with Arsenal. Oh my God! Because you know he could have just throw it out, bro. Then just throw it out. I would be fuming if my goalkeeper did that, man. I would be, you know, damn. I'll probably break something.
Yeah, that's
if Ryan does that.
You know what? I'm interested to see how they do against that game's actually all right at the end of January. Chelsea versus Napoli. I want to see that game. That's all right. That sounds like a good game.
Yeah, that's away for Chelsea as well. By the way, Chelsea's Champions League fixtures don't get easier. They travel away to Atalanta. They travel away to Napoli. And then they have...
they got Paphos at home, but that's easy.
That's super easy, bro. That's not even a
Paphos at home is easy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so Atalanta away and Napoli away. Those are hard.
Which are not easy games, bro. Atalanta's not easy.
No,
we know that by Hassan's previous experience. We know that by Hassan's previous experience that Atalanta is not easy. But listen, shall we do the predictions, yeah? For the midweek
Yes,
games?
we can.
Sammy, if you're trying to speak, you're muted. I thought he was trying to speak. I don't know. I saw him trying to speak. Atalanta. Oh god. And Napoli, yeah, with Conte. Napoli with Conte right now, man. He's still there, isn't it? Conte.
Yeah, of course. But stop making sense is trying to say that Napoli Conte in the Champions League is really bad. His record is not good at all.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
you don't want to gas us up.
I had a complete stinker, man. God damn it.
Yeah, guys, this was the predictions for this last game week now. Only one correct 3 points per game.
By the way, I was cooking. I beg you look at my scores. Look at my scores, yeah. Look at how many ones I've got. Guys, I was cooking. I can't lie this week.
Yes, and you're still last.
I'm starting to build it back. I'm starting to build it back.
And you're still dead last. So if I were you, I'd humble. I would humble yourself.
Hold on, you bum.
Yeah, if I were you, I'd humble myself.
Shut your dirty stinking.
You're still dead last. Look, I got lots of ones.
Let me explain myself. Don't go away. Don't go away. Look at this, guys. 78, 79. Guys, I'm building it back up. But remember that last time I was about 5.
You were like 5 points clear of Sammy, you fraud. You were ahead of Sammy by 5-6 points. He's caught up to you and he's overtaken you now. Don't chat.
Yeah, but before he was 5 points away from me, Sammy, and I built those points back. Guys, it's all belief right up here, man, in here. It's belief.
The one like 3-point score, guys, is the one I think all of us wish was wrong. Unfortunately,
I think T posted his and also Souls. Okay, I'll read it for you for Souls.
Both of them did. Okay, nice.
Apparently, Ash celebrated when he saw the predictions table. Apparently,
oh shut up!
Saw that he predicted 1-1.
I knew I had 1-1 even before the game started. What do you mean? I was still so vexed. You saw how mad I was.
He was sitting in the bathroom in front of the mirror like this. Like, bro, it's mad. I'm not involved, bro.
Bruh, I could have. By the way, the funny thing is, Arsenal could have won today. I could have got a 0. Let's say we won 2-1, and I would still be on top. So relax your gums, yeah,
brother.
Relax your gums.
I love Ash, bro. I said relax your gums. Hey, that is the biggest cuss, bro. I love that cuss, man. Relax your gums. It's too funny.
Let's go. I'm gonna start with the Fulham City game. And I'm going to say, I don't think City win this game. I do think it ended draw, to be honest. So I'm going to say...
Yeah, I think so as well.
2-2.
Man. I'm going to go with a 1-1, man.
2-1 City.
And then what did...
Souls...
That's right, Hyper. Souls you tell him.
3-1 City for Souls. And for T, 2-1 City.
Yeah.
Cool. Sad. Bournemouth, Everton.
Bournemouth, Everton. I'm gonna go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Apparently, Pickford also had a howler in the Everton game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Bournemouth.
He had a howler against Newcastle, apparently. Sorry, 2-1 Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, same for me.
I think they're gonna be gassed after their win.
All right, for Souls. Wait, which game? Oh, Bournemouth. Okay. Bournemouth. 1-1.
Actually.
Okay.
For T, 2-1 Bournemouth.
Can I change mine to 1-1, please?
Sky, bro. I'm gonna say 3-1 Bournemouth.
Bro, Bournemouth lost out, bro. They were 2-0 up.
I know.
Sunderland,
Yeah,
bro. Sunderland cooked them, bro. I can't lie.
I think it might end this time. Let's see. Newcastle Spurs. I am definitely not predicting a Spurs win.
3-1 Newcastle.
Garbage team. Okay, you're saying 3-1.
Mind games, man. Yeah,
put that. I'm gonna say 2-1 Newcastle.
Souls 1-1.
3-1, man. 3-1, man. Come
and T 3-1 as well.
Wait, Souls said what?
Souls said 1-1.
1-1. He has
cool. Wolves and Forest. Oh man, such a dead rubber game. I'm gonna say
1-1 for Souls. And for T, 2-1 Nottingham.
Yeah, I can see Forest winning, to be honest. No, you know what? It'll be just like Forest to lose to Wolves, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it not weird that I can
Wolfie getting dunked on by Wolves? Love it. Love it.
I can feel like
I can see it written down.
Yeah, I can see Wolves winning, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-0.
Maybe put a 2-1, man. I'm gonna put a 2-1.
Yeah, me too. Let's give Wolves the first win of the season.
I don't know why. I just feel it, bro, in my bones.
What do you mean? They've won a game before.
They're sitting with 2 points.
This one is difficult, man. This.
Yeah, I'm changing it, bro. They're not gonna get their first win against Wolves. I'm sorry, against Forest. Jeez, I thought they had a win before. That's
mad.
Why I
said 2 points, bro.
This one is gonna be difficult, man.
I'm gonna say 1-2 then.
Yeah. I was like, bro, I don't know what.
How can these men not have a single win in 13 games? What is wrong with this team? They're getting relegated, bro.
You know what? I think you're right. I'll change mine to 3-1 Forest, man.
Bruh, I want to laugh at Wolfie, but this won't happen, man. I'm telling you. Brighton Aston Villa, that's a good game.
So 2-1 for Souls. 2-1 for Souls.
And T?
Aston Villa 2-1.
Aston Villa 2-1. Oh, and Khalid is saying one of the points came from Spurs. Holy shit. That is how garbage the Spurs team is. They gave Wolves one of their only 2 points of the season. They gave them half their points so far of the season. Sheesh. What am I gonna go with? Brighton Villa.
It's such a Nottingham Forest thing to lose.
2-2
yeah,
for me.
Honestly, it is. Yeah, I'll say 2-0.
What are you doing, Sammy?
Brighton.
Go to Sammy.
2-2. 2-2.
Sad is being strategic because he wants to leapfrog Sammy. He wants to see what Sammy will predict first. This absolute fraud, bro.
Hey, you know what? Bun it. I'm going 2-1 to Brighton. Let me just slap it in there, bro. Let me just slap it in there and see what guys.
Arsenal Brentford. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? Here, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say 3-0. Arsenal.
No, you're crazy.
I think we keep a clean sheet finally.
I think these men are gonna. Whoa, chill out, bro. These men are gonna hit back, yeah. After like Chelsea, bro, they're gonna get all their anger out on Wolves.
4-1.
Brentford.
You know, your score seems more likely, Sammy, because we have not kept a clean sheet in 4 games now. That is like getting annoying now.
If Saliba is there, you know, or not.
He better, bro. You better inject him with painkillers and play him. I don't give a crap. You put injections on him, whatever it is, and play him.
So for T and Souls, 2-0 for Brentford both.
For Brentford? You mean for Arsenal?
Sorry, for Arsenal. I mean,
cool. Sad, you go first. Burnley, Crystal Palace. So Sammy can go
why are you doing this to me, bro?
Yalla.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Crystal Palace.
Go ahead,
2-1 Crystal Palace.
Souls and T.
Souls, Crystal Palace. Where is it? 2-1 for Palace.
By the way, Ash,
for T,
streaming works with me. Yeah,
same for T.
What? 2-1 Crystal Palace.
Palace, yes.
Sorry, Sad, you were saying?
The thing that I used to use and I used to watch it, it works now because the internet's a bit better in where I am now. Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
All right, man.
Liverpool. Yeah, we can do watch-alongs. It's good. Liverpool, Sunderland. Yeah, I think Liverpool continue their winning streak. So I'm gonna say 2-0 Liverpool.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Sunderland. Big win.
I'd love for that to happen.
Big win.
Sammy.
3-2 Liverpool.
Raw. Sammy thinks it's gonna be a scrap.
2-1. 2-1 Liverpool for Souls.
Scrap, bro.
And 2-2 for T.
Wow,
He continues to back.
Hold on, you pieces of shit.
Sad backing Sunderland more. I get it.
I'm backing Sunderland. Guess who's doing this? It's Bozo. Guess this Bozo. Look what this Bozo's doing. Yeah, I remember that. Hold that team. Fraud.
Go ahead, Sad.
Sunderland.
Leeds and Chelsea.
Leeds. Yeah, give me Sammy. Give me Souls and T's scores first.
Chelsea. Okay, 3-0 for Souls.
I guarantee you, T
And-
predicted a draw.
And no, 3-1.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah, Leeds.
1-1.
Are you not saying Leeds to win? You put
No.
it on
Oh
Leeds.
tell me.
shit. Yeah, my bad. I think sorry. 0-3 and 1-3. Go ahead, Saad.
Leeds, Chelsea. I'm gonna. What is Sammy saying? Sammy, what are you saying?
No, man, I'll wait for you.
Yeah, Sammy,
No,
you
no,
go
no,
first
don't
this
do
time,
it.
and no,
Don't do
Sammy, this time you have to go first,
Oh.
and Saad will go first in the last one. Go ahead.
Come on, behave.
All right, I'll go 2-0 Chelsea.
Saad.
I'm gonna go 1-1. All right.
Yellow, Man United, West Ham. I'll predict first. I'll say 3-0 United. Or 3-1 United, sorry. No, 3-0. 3-0.
This guy, you bugging?
Yellow. Because I forgot. Bro, by the way. Let's just for a quick second talk about that Paqueta sending off.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
man.
we need to speak about
nagging and nagging and
That was a
bitching,
bit
man.
mad.
Yeah, this Taiwan has pocketed probably $500,000 or something, right? Because he's probably done another betting scheme. The way he was chatting, he looked like he wanted to be sent off, bro.
Yeah.
I don't usually like to accuse these players of something like that,
I never actually linked it until you just said it. Yeah.
100% his investigations are ongoing. He's like, I'm gonna make sure the investigations stick. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure they catch me red-handed, butt naked, and everything. Bro, what is wrong with this idiot? He had a yellow card. The referee warned him a couple of times.
Look at this guy. I said, thank you, Paqueta. I hope you hit your parlay. This guy's a sicko, bro. This guy's a sicko, bro.
Even Allison tried to come him away and push him away.
Yeah,
Curtis Jones did the exact same thing. Curtis Jones, the scouts, went and told him, yo,
commit the foul, Ashraf. He didn't even commit the foul.
That's how you know he's got money on it, bro. That's how you know he's got money.
Yeah, it did look a bit weird, bro. Even me and T were saying it like in the group chat, bro. We were like, yo, what's going on there, man? It looked a bit sneaky, bro. But
I guarantee you, someone needs to investigate. Has someone put a bet on Paqueta getting 2 yellow cards in the space of a minute? If that bet exists, I'm telling you, check there. That's the trail. That's your trail. If someone has put a bet of Paqueta getting 2 yellows in a minute, that's what you need to start looking at.
Sent off.
That's the trail.
Or maybe, like LFC is saying, Jared Bowen probably did the bet, you know? Yo, listen, you got the red card. 50-50.
I'm going to go.
That's the problem. Like, what can Bowen... Like, the problem is if Bowen slaps the hell out of Paqueta at that time, Bowen gets sent off. We saw it against... we saw Everton, right? When Idrissa Gana Gueye slapped Michael Keane and he got sent off. So what can Bowen do, man? If it was allowed, yeah.
If he's a captain,
if it was allowed, I would say Bowen should punch him up right there, bro. Just punch him up and kick him out.
Why does Ash always go to like the violent bit, bro? I said punch him up real good. Wow, do you know what I mean? Give him one.
I swear I'd give him one quick jab right there, bro. Just in his nose and freaking haul him out of the pitch. Idiot. Cost his team.
Listen, I'm gonna go 2-1 Man United.
No, you flipped it, Ash.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I think 2-1 as well.
Souls and T.
T 2-1 and Souls 3-1.
To Man United.
Yeah.
Cool. Those are our predictions, guys. We'll see how they come off.
Yeah, man. Hopefully hopefully all these guys stink it out. To be honest, if Ash has predicted a lot of score lines like me, so do you know what I mean? He's obviously watching out for my score lines and stuff.
Best.
But anyway, Listen,
Wow.
guys.
Yes, the guy at the top is watching out for the scorelines at the bottom. Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Wait, you fraud. 1 second, 1 second. We don't have a single scoreline the same except Leeds Chelsea. That's it.
No,
and I went first in Leeds Chelsea. So
guys, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't.
Didn't even bother, you know.
That silence tells me everything.
He did not even bother.
Silence tells me everything, bro.
We're doing this episode today. Listen, if you like it, you like it. Do you know what I mean? We're at the moment, you know, it's probably not going to be a regular thing, but do you know what I mean? We're doing this for you guys because we love you. So big up to everybody. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hopefully my predictions come through. Hopefully Arsenal win and we bounce back. Hopefully Chelsea draw. If my predictions come true, bro, we're gonna have a hell of a week. We are gonna have a hell of a week, people. We'll be back on Friday. Big up to AMT for the super chats. Big up to you, my broski. Big up to everybody who has commented
big up
as well.
AMT, bro.
Big up to everybody who has commented and anybody who has a like the thingy. Brother, can you
big up Reds the Kev, bro.
Bum,
big up Reds the Kev, man. Put this fraud in this place, man.
This American fraud, mate. Yeah, that's what he is, mate. Where's he from? Texas. Where are you from, Kev? Let me know. Where are you from? You bum. Anyway, America can hold that. Yeah. I would say Donald Trump is a pussy, but do you know what I mean? They'll probably start agreeing. They'll start agreeing with me. They'll be like, yeah, he is. Yeah. Hey, but big up, man. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We out of here. Big up. Peace.
Peace.